Roman is the biggest bad guy character in professional wrestling.
When's the last time you got laid?
French toast is the exchange student that you have like a 3-week affair with.
Like, we can see that you don't have pants on.
Can we tell the truth about Dusty sooner or later?
Less people wanted that than are currently watching our stream.
And you know Vince, and you still think, are these true? It's like...
Welcome to the Mark It Down podcast.
And it's like, bro, like this guy, he's always trying to show the podcast. Right. He acts like he cares so much, you know, but he's just, where is he right now? Why isn't he here? Right?
He's never there when we need him. We have a new member.
We're in his house, and he's not here with us for whatever reason.
Insane.
Makes no sense. I don't know.
Right.
Like, we said one comment about the way he decorates his house, and all of a sudden we're not, like, he's not going to be on the pod with us. It's kind of absurd.
The place does look ridiculous.
It's kind of absurd. Let's not be too harsh on him. We need his money, so we got to be somewhat nice.
We do need his money.
Oh my god, dude, we're live. We're live. I just read. Hi,
James.
Hey, hello. Welcome to Mark It Down Production. My name is Daniel. I am joined by Anthony. Who's pretty regular on the podcast. You know, he's been here since day one. And then new guy we have with us, Eric, over here. You know, he has a work call, so that's why he has his laptop. He is on Zoom right now with his boss. He's just muted, and he has one of those fake work backgrounds up. But hey, we're here to talk about WrestleMania Night 1. We were all in attendance for the show. Just real quick, guys, before we get into it, what did you guys think? Did you have fun?
Yeah, I did. It was good. I like the opening. I thought it was really odd. The opening match with Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch. Yeah, I was cheering so freaking hard for Rhea Ripley. I called this, and I called it out for the outcome.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
I agree.
Yeah,
I was
one of the
loud for that
best
too.
Champions ever in the women's division.
Yeah, Rhea is on top of the world right now. She is one of the top stars in the company. Everybody loves Mommy. What about you, producer boy? What did you think of the show?
I love Mommy.
The more overall with the show? Or are you talking about Rhea Ripley, or like is
my
this
actual mom?
Yeah, do you have is this an Oedipus thing, or what's going on?
No, not like that.
Okay. Just checking. I don't know. All right. What did you think of the show overall? How'd you feel being there?
Being there? I mean, it's nice to say you were there when The Rock came back, probably to have his second to last match ever. It's pretty cool. It was a little cold.
A little chilly.
First time in 11 years.
Crowd. Go ahead, Anthony. I'm sorry.
Rock is in great shape.
Steroids do wonders.
Steroids do a lot.
Yeah. Workout, yes.
He does work out, though. We got to give him credit. You know, take steroids, but you
still got to do the work.
It's kind of like, you ever see a lady, she gets the BBL and her body looks great. She does go to the gym despite the fact that she got that BBL.
Yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm. It's not just, steroids aren't just a blank sheet. You got to still do the work. You know?
Grind and stuff.
Yeah. All right, but let's just fuck it. Let's be all over the place. Who cares?
We're here.
What was your guys' favorite match of the show?
Go ahead. You want to go first, Anthony?
Sure. Be glad to try.
Go ahead.
Well, my favorite match overall, what I like is, Sami Zayn versus Gunther.
Okay.
That was probably the best moment. Sami Zayn's best moment when he gets to fight with the most prestigious IC champion.
Yeah,
that is true. Were you expecting? Because you normally know I ask you the results, and you know the results most of the times. Did you think that Gunther was winning that?
Originally, I thought so. But then my head tells me it was going to be Sami Zayn.
Really? When did you think that Sami was winning that match?
Yeah, probably, I would say a few weeks. this was after he had a match with Chad Gable. Everybody was talking about how Chad Gable was amped up to ready to win the match. He was supposed to be number one contender. You have Sami Zayn go out there on television and say that, said in his interview, "Oh, I need to be a contender. I want to do something historic in front of all these fans. To do it for my wife and my son." He goes, "I want to win the title that matters to me." And seconds later, he got what he wanted.
You know, they did tell the story, and we on the pod were very against Sami being in this match, but that doesn't mean that the story they told wasn't good. They did tell it in a way where you kind of thought Sami had to win, but you just couldn't see it because you think Gunther has been champ for so long. There's no way they're just going to give it to Sami because it kind of came out of nowhere. But as time went on, little by little, you know, they spelled it out. First, they gave us some hints that would be the case. And once that match got on, you know, I was sitting next to Eric over here, and we were like, okay, Gunther has to win. But as the match went on, that feeling was in the air. You're kind of like, oh, this is happening right now. This is going to happen. Sami's going to win this match. And then he hit a brain buster onto the top rope, which apparently was botched. But from our point of view, it looked fantastic.
But it's crazy. Just real quick, we have a comment here from someone named Vincent Castro. He just says, bruh.
Bruh.
Okay.
Bruh.
All right.
Bruh.
All right.
Miss.
You're bruh. But
in the mark.
Sami, everyone loves Sami. So all the initial backlash of people wanted Chad, me being one of them, it's hard to not get it. You can't not get invested in this. You can't not feel for Sami and end up rooting for him because that's how good Sami is. That's how lovable Sami is. So once this match got going, it was hard not to get swept up into it. That was probably the best match of the night. I think I'm there with you. Like, you know, there's the shenanigans of the main event, which was fantastic. You know, it was very sports entertaining. Rhea and Becky had a great opener. The ladder match was a ladder match. It's hard to go wrong. The Usos match was hot garbage, you know?
Yeah, it was
wow, we're speed running. Are we speed running?
No, I'm just, you know, I'm saying overall, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just saying, you know, if we're talking about matches of the night,
yeah,
it's hard to not see Sami and Gunther as the match of the night.
As the match of the night contender.
Yeah.
Up on the list.
I want to be a contender.
I think that's an easy one. I think everyone, neck and neck, Rhea, Becky.
That's the only contender wrestling-wise. Like the main event shenanigans.
And that's not a shot at the entire show.
No,
I mean, it's a shot at like two other matches.
That should have been night. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like, you know.
That's a shot at the Rock match. Like
no. I'm saying it's a shot at like the bad matches on the show, which is like Usos. And then I guess I would say the tag match that's like, who cares about the LWO versus Legado del Fantasma?
Didn't even know that was.
Well, that's because we were gone.
We all went to the bathroom.
Yes.
Clear bathroom break.
And not long enough because it ended before we got back because it was only like 10 minutes long, shortest match on the show besides the women's tag, which, you know, wasn't the best match, but it didn't have to be. That was designed to be a showcase for one person and one person in particular. So like everything on the show did its part. Everyone played their roles well, except for the Usos. But
I think the match placement was great. Maybe I might have just flipped the three match to the
6-woman tag with the Sami Gunther. I wouldn't have, but I understand.
Just knowing what we know now with the crowd, I might have done Sami Gunther and then the 6-man.
That's understandable.
But I feel like Triple H might have been trying to make a point where he didn't want to put them in the death spot to.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't want to look bad himself.
Especially because that match wasn't designed to be long. Because, like I said, it was just a showcase.
I honestly couldn't tell you what happened in that match.
Well, I can tell you that the crowd we were dead in the beginning, but once Jade tagged in, the crowd popped massively. Then they won the match, and that was it. That's all the match had to be. It's a showcase for Jade Cargill.
Only a showcase for Jade, and that was it.
Yeah. That's all it had to be. It didn't have to be much. I'm not saying it didn't deserve to be there. I think it did because you need matches like that. Not every match can be 25 minutes,
No.
You got to have some short ones.
That's the one that should have been 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was like a 10-minute match as well. That and the Usos match were the shortest 2 matches.
But I'll say this. With Jade, is it actually a showcase if we've seen it several times?
That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
Once for 2 years in a different company and then another in the last
couple months.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I think you just can't deny the reaction she's getting. So, hey, I'm not saying the formula works. It worked in AEW and it's working even better right now. The crowd here is a little more appreciative of her presentation, but should we?
She's amazing.
We could start from the beginning
amazing.
if you want to do that.
Do you want to start from the beginning?
We could do that.
Yeah, because I feel like just in case we get interrupted, they're gonna want to talk about.
We will get interrupted.
The main event. That's not a spoiler or anything. We'll see. You never know what's gonna happen. There might be shenanigans on this very podcast, but we'll see.
We're gonna have some run-ins. We already have a run. Look, what? Never mind.
We do. We have.
Anthony's been with this podcast since the beginning.
Yeah, he's been here with the beginning.
Yeah, of course.
He's already been here longer than Jordan.
Yeah,
he's got more camera time than. Yeah.
Okay.
What's the? I don't know.
So that's true. Anthony's been watching wrestling for 35 years now, I believe. Is that about right?
Rarely be on cameras for the faces. Well, I started watching it for about good 10 years.
What was your first match ever? Do you remember?
I think it was in October or something.
Oh. Do you know what match it was? What's your favorite? What match got you into wrestling?
I would say CM Punk or something. It's hard to even wrap my words around it.
It's okay.
Yeah, no worries.
CM Punk's got a lot of people into wrestling.
A lot of people.
When he was still here, shortly before he departed, he just walked out the day after Royal Rumble over some disagreements.
Vincent in the background. What got you into wrestling over there? Let's see if we can hear him from where he is.
Kurt Angle. Did you like his retirement match?
Yeah.
You might not have heard that, but that was a very fast no. He did not like it.
I can't hear him. So they can't hear him.
Versus Ryback.
What? Who versus Ryback?
CM Punk versus Ryback.
That's what CM Punk versus Ryback is what got you into wrestling, Anthony. That is all right. I respect it.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
It is fine.
Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton was the other match.
That's fair. Yeah, they had some good matches, underrated matches. Not that anyone doesn't think they were good, but people don't talk about them. Those matches were and really, really were good. But we'll start at the beginning of the show. We got some new video packages, some fun intros. Not bad. And then we started with Triple H coming out, said 3 sentences, and then left. He was like, I love this. I live for this. This is a new era. And then he left. Kind of a waste, but I get it. At least he didn't spend. I'd rather that than him give a 25-minute speech. So we'll take it. We're in the Triple H regime now.
I said it yesterday, but what's the over-under that he comes out and says the exact same thing?
Tonight, on there too?
Yeah,
I think it's 50-50.
Okay.
I think someone's going to come out. Why would you open a pay-per-view with just a wrestling match? You got to have something. You got to have something to kill the first 10 minutes. But when we actually did get into wrestling, we started with Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. Both of them had special entrances. Becky had excerpts from her book read out and then made a VR entrance to her book, which we didn't get to see in Stadium, but I saw on Twitter after. And Rhea was performed to the ring by Motionless in White, a band that Nick Maniotis from this podcast loves and has a tattoo of, I assume. But, hey, that performance was pretty good, not going to lie. Not a band I listen to. They're not pop punk enough for me, but that was a good live performance. I'm not going to knock it. Rhea looked like a star, and I'm so glad this match opened up the show. Becky said in an interview before WrestleMania she would love to open the show. It's the main evented. Why not open? A fun spot to be in. and Becky was actually fighting fever all week and almost missed this match because of it. So, kudos to them for still putting out a match, and it was quite the match. Back and forth match. Becky's working over Rhea's arm. Rhea is just relentlessly assaulting Becky with power moves. Rhea kicks out of a manhandle slam because Becky reversed the first 2 riptides very nicely. Second one set up for the manhandle slam. Rhea kicks out. Rhea hits a riptide, and for what feels like the first time in a year or more, Becky kicks out of the riptide. Very, very unexpected. Got the crowd on their feet. The crowd was, I would say, 70-30 in favor of Rhea, and but they were on their feet for that. Everyone popped for these near falls. And this ended with a very nice back and forth sequence that ended with Rhea on the top rope, Becky trying to hit a manhandle slam from the top rope, as she's one to do, and Rhea lands on her feet, riptides Becky into the fucking turnbuckle, and then hits another riptide for the win. I thought this was a great match. If Sammy versus Gunther didn't happen, this might have been match of the night, just in terms of wrestling, not in terms of like ballyhoo and spectacle. But great showing from both women. Becky fighting a fever, Rhea continuing to be the hottest thing. Maybe the hottest thing that's not Cody Rhodes in the company. But what did you guys think of this match? Because I thought it was great.
Yeah, I thought this match was good too. I mean, Rhea Ripley, Becky and Rhea. I mean, yeah, they perform well. I'm just kind of worried that one of them.
Very, very good finish. Rhea is still champ. Now, my only thing is we got to keep the momentum going. Give Rhea right. Something. You got to give her credible challengers. Like, Liv Morgan, not really credible, point, but at least there's a story there. She already beat Nia Jax. You got to build other people up now. You can't just have her sit on it for another year and not do much. So let's get the ball rolling here. What did you think of this match, Eric?
Second match of the night. Second best match of the night.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. I'm with you there.
I mean, I'm pretty critical of Becky, but they did their thing. She was kind of a ragdoll in this match, I feel like. She kind of just got her ass beat.
Yeah, she sells. Yeah, she sells for her opponents.
Some of her offense is kind of, it's not, I guess it's not flippy dippy.
No, she's not a flippy person.
But it's also not aggressive, so I'm not really that much of a Becky fan. But it was what it was. I enjoyed it for what it was.
I can't get.
Yeah, that's fair. I think she goes for more scrappy style because she has to. She's not the biggest.
It's just smaller.
And doesn't have the most athleticism. That tweet, I don't know if you have it on our screen right now. I'm just seeing it on your screen.
It's about to be.
We got...
it is on our screen, sorry.
Rhea's now beating Charlotte and Becky at post-Mania, and I think they're putting the ball in her court full blaze.
What's up? Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that, what more can you give someone? She's beating the biggest 2 names in the division to the point where there is no one else, unless they're really going to wait another year for that Rhea Bianca match, undefeated streak versus title. That'd be pretty cool. I've said since Bianca coincidentally was undefeated at Mania that Rhea has to be the one to end it. And, that's something I look forward to seeing next year. I hope they hold off till Mania. Maybe Rhea gets cashed in on and isn't the champion then, and maybe she gets Bianca for a title, but, we'll see. But anything else on this match before we move on to the ladder match?
I'll say I was surprised how cleanly she won.
Oh, I'm not surprised at all. Didn't really have
it was kind of predictable in this match.
Okay.
And the way to go. Where I know she did her job. Well done. Her moves. I know that her moveset look crisp crisp as hell. I mean, when they did the what is it called? Riptide.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
But you're saying it was predictable though, because you knew that Rhea was going to win.
And we all knew that we all knew Rhea was going to walk out as the champion. And yeah, to give that.
If you're watching this podcast for the first time, just know that Anthony can predict all the matches. He predicts the future.
100%.
Yeah,
Except-
more like than talking about moves that
Except when it comes to Logan Paul
when
and
it comes
Roman
to
Reigns.
flippy dippy stuff. Not sometimes. Yeah, sometimes they seem to think like it's all fair enough, but otherwise it was all right. You know.
Yeah.
I kind of
Hell
enjoyed
yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah.
What was the second match? Was the
It's a ladder
six-pack tag?
match. Yeah.
Six-pack tag for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship.
Well, they're not undisputed anymore.
God.
They're very, very
Those are
disputed.
Stupid.
So we had 6 teams. Quick, without looking, can you name all 6 teams?
No.
Go for it.
The
Let's try.
Aussie dude and Austin Theory. Grayson Waller and Austin Theory.
Yes.
We got, don't even say it yet, Anthony. I know you know all 6 of them. Hold on. Awesome Truth.
Okay. That's 2.
Vincent, Lifeline.
No.
What is it?
No.
Hardy Boys.
The
That's
Hardy
not it.
Boys. The Dudley Boys. Edge and Christian.
No, it's
All right, Anthony, go ahead. Name all 6 of them because I know you know it all.
it's New Cash Republic,
Jesus, never would have got that. Go ahead.
DIY,
DIY. Who? Go on. That was DX, Anthony. Wrong.
DX, DIY pretending to be DX, and
Mhm.
friggin' what's the other team's name? Pretty Deadly.
They were not in the match.
They were not in the match.
They were in the video package
Oh, they
before the
were in
match.
the video package.
You're fired, Anthony.
That's fine. No worries. So we had DIY versus New Catch Republic versus
New
Awesome
Day.
Truth versus the freaking New Day versus
Day's still
Austin
there.
Theory, Grayson Waller versus the Judgment Day.
Judgment Day.
Biggest moron on the planet, Damian Priest, doesn't know that he could cash in his briefcase there in the 45-minute fucking main event where both champions were laid out several times. You know, just putting that out there. I understand you went through a ladder match, but like, you know, don't be a bitch, you know?
Forgot about
Uh, this match was fun. Not the best ladder match. Nothing bad about it. Just very standard stuff. Gargano took some nasty bumps as advertised. JD McDonough took a nasty bump. He wasn't in the match, but you know, sometimes that's what happens. The guy not in the match takes the worst bump of them all. You know, it's very common. So about 10 minutes into the match, if that, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller
Very
pull down the SmackDown Tag Team
Horish.
titles, and the crowd goes fucking mild, as they did throughout the show. But no one really cared. Split the titles up, and then the match went on, which lost a little bit of the momentum because you have a victory shot of them with the titles, and then the match continues. It's a little odd. I'd rather have had both
You
sets pulled
pushing
down
that.
at the same time, honestly. But unfortunately,
man.
Awesome Truth did go
Truth
on
is
to
on
win
the
this
scene,
match.
man.
R-Truth had his WrestleMania moments, and The Miz was there too for some reason. And they are the Raw Tag
Crowd
Team
went nuts
Champions.
for him.
I think they will lose those titles tomorrow night on Raw. Just an idea to float out there, but
Who loses what?
the Awesome Truth are
When
going to
he
lose the tag
performs
titles
this
on Raw
move,
tomorrow.
yes.
They lose it to Austin Theory and Grayson Waller because
I wish.
that would make me happy.
The funniest thing
He
is,
does this
we don't
move.
like Austin Theory and Grayson
Five
Waller, but
knuckle
we
shuffle
liked them
for
last
John
night. So we
Cena.
wanted them to just have both titles and not split them.
I did think I turned to you at some point and I said they're just going to grab that second set.
Yeah,
Which they did try to do.
they tried. It wasn't for a lack
They're
of
not
trying.
advertised.
But Anthony, what do you think of this match? You like this match?
I would say it's decent.
Decent. Okay.
Not really not really enthralled about this type of match. I know what they got themselves into. They set up those ladders, yeah. We see Priest and Fowler sets up the ladder. You see Miz climbing up there. Here comes the spot. The Miz is like,
oh yeah, terrible choke slam off the ladder.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a choke slam?
Yeah, it does that South of Heaven choke slam.
Oh, God.
It's like a sit-down choke slam. But the ladder fell up beneath them.
What was he even grabbing onto?
Everything. Yeah, that was weird.
What? He just mushed him right in the face.
That was uncalled for.
That was funny. I know it happens. It's just funny. Yeah, as far as ladder matches go, this one will not be remembered at all. But it wasn't bad. It was decent, like Anthony said.
It's rough having a
Truth and Miz won, yeah, with the Raw titles. Everybody.
When you do ladder matches in Mania, everyone just compares it to the Money in Bank ladder matches and tag team matches of old.
It says, R-Truth got a legitimate pop for this match.
For the hot tag spot, which was funny. I think a lot of people called that exact spot, which he's probably done it before. It's hard to keep. I think he did it in the Rumble, so like it's the same sort of thing. But let R-Truth have his moment. It's fine. And I think Judgment Day is going to split on Raw too. I think there's going to be a lot going down this Raw after Mania. So we'll see. Are we going to be there? Are we going to Raw?
Absolutely not.
Oof, rough.
No.
Let's see. All the fun stuff's going to happen.
Shows are not it for me.
Not it, bro. Shows are not it. But yeah, I guess run of the mill.
All right. We just got interrupted by an ant rolling on my chest.
Yeah, James's house has a lot of ants. He didn't warn us.
Here at the Market Down Podcast, we don't do research before we buy houses.
Maybe we never comprehend this stuff.
Yeah, stuff is hard to comprehend. So that's fair.
I feel like we're marks here.
We are marks.
We are marks.
Yeah, that's part of the whole shtick. Catch on quick, my friend.
You're an honorary mark. Instead of an honorary oos, honorary mark.
The most honorable mark.
The most. Anyway, continue with this match.
There's nothing else to say. I don't have much else to say.
What are your thoughts on them splitting up the titles?
I don't like it. I don't see it. I don't see the point. Just have the champions float more. It's that easy.
Me and Danny are on the same page, which is
pretty
right.
It's like 50% of the time.
I mean, most of the time we're on the same page, but when it comes to unifications, we're pretty opposite. So I'm glad you're on the same page here with this.
Yeah, no. Like, I just don't want every... Look, I'm with you on most titles besides the women's one. That's the one where I'm not with you. But I don't see the point of this. Like, there's a lot of tag teams, but why not just make it overall better and just have the floating champions float more instead of having two sets of tag titles that will now probably stop featuring on pay-per-views. I guarantee we're going to have so few pay-per-views that feature both title matches.
That's another big problem. Now you have two sets of tag titles. Mm-hmm. You're only going to be able to choose. You're probably only going to choose one to have on the show. Otherwise, it becomes confusing.
How often are New Catch Republic going to challenge Austin Theory and Grayson Waller? Like 8 times in the next 2 months.
I'll give you $20 if you can get me to figure out who New Catch Republic is right now.
That's true. Who are they?
Pete Dunne and couldn't tell you who the other guy is. I don't even know what he looks like.
That's true. He looks like he's white. I don't know if that
white blonde.
Yeah, what freaking? Yeah, he has a beard. No,
he's got a beard.
Mustache. We're narrowing it down a lot for you.
All right.
I don't remember what match happened after this, but
we can. This is Jimmy and Jay.
No, not yet.
Rey Mysterio and Dragon.
Yes. Okay.
This is our piss break.
So this is what happened, right? They started playing the video package for this match. I was like, yo, I'm gonna run to the bathroom because I'm not invested in SmackDown really. So I was like, Rey's great. Dom is fantastic. Dom is, Dom should be the one to dethrone Cody and all that. But, I don't care about this match. Andrade shouldn't even be on this card. Look at Andrade coming in, taking a spot from Dragon Lee, like the human piece of garbage that he is. And why wasn't Carlito in this, I just don't understand. I'd rather, if it was Carlito and Rey, I'd be way more into that. But whatever. So I was like, I'm going to go to the bathroom, guys. I'll be back. I'm going to go to the bathroom. And, what are you doing, Erica? Here's some feedback. But I was starting to hear a lot of feedback. Did the volume jump all of a sudden? But anyway.
Oh, no, Anthony's watching it on his phone.
I'm not watching it. I'm looking at it. So.
Anyway. I was like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get some merch. I'm gonna go on the merch line because it wasn't that long. I got some merch. And I'm like, oh, you know what? There's a food line that isn't too long. Let me go on that food line. And then I call my friend Eric over here. I'm like, do you want some food? And he's like, hell yeah, man, I'll come help you because I don't want to watch this. And then he came over. He spent like $500 on French fries, and then asked the lady to take 2 of them back. So we only paid $300 for French fries. And then we heard the bell ring, and the match was over.
I regret absolutely nothing. At first, I was like, oh, this is going to ruin this lady's day because she worked real hard to get us these 15 buckets of fries. And I kind of looked at Danny, and I was like, why did he ask for 4 of these? But I think Danny just kind of...
You told me to ask for 4. I was like, you sure?
Well, no, I meant 4...
Any these
just chickens, you know. And then, whatever. Anyway, long story short, we got over the fries. Everything's all good.
Yeah, everything worked out for the best. But the match was over before we even got back. And then we got back, and unfortunately, the match after that was the brother versus brother match. The other match I wanted to go use the bathroom for. I wish they weren't back-to-back. I wish they were spread out more. I wish that was the match before the main event, so then I could have, had one last bathroom break at a good time. The brother versus brother match sucked. It was garbage. It was just a bunch of super kicks.
Not worth investing enough.
Exactly. It was not worth investing in. It was short. It meant nothing. I can't imagine that's what they envisioned this match they've been dreaming of for years since they were kids to have at WrestleMania. I gotta imagine that's not what they thought.
Other match. They did that same stuff with Matt and Jeff.
Oh, no, I was just saying we're skipping the Dom match. Oh, sorry, Anthony. I didn't mean to cut you off.
We were watching. I gave a recap of what happened, which was us going.
That was the recap.
Yeah.
We can't we didn't watch it.
Yeah, I literally saw none of it.
Okay. Vincent, you saw some of it.
A football player came out. I know that.
Oh, Jason Kelsey.
Sure.
My mother texted me and said, Jason Kelsey? ? Exclamation point. OMG. I said, who is she?
Wayne Johnson.
He looks like he would be friends with Kevin Owens.
Was he Kevin Owens is the question.
That's true.
Could they have gone Kevin Owens and said, hey, this is Jason Kelsey?
They both have that panda bear sort of vibe to them. So, I can see that happening.
Vincent, what were your thoughts on this Dom match? All right.
Can you repeat that? Repeat that for the crowd? I was expecting you to repeat that.
I couldn't hear him, but I think he said it was trash.
He did.
Yeah, needed a branding match.
What did he say?
So there were football players. That's it.
Football. Oh yeah, who's the second football player? Imagine being the one football player that nobody knows out of the 2 that are there. Well, no, we were. Who? Lame Johnson.
Lame Johnson.
Lame.
It's like a dorkier version of The Rock.
Like that one. Lame Johnson.
Yeah, it's like a dorkier version of The Rock.
It takes a lot to get Anthony to laugh, but you got him with that one.
Yes, since both teams came Army.
All right, what's the next one? Jimmy and Jay.
Yeah, well, we already said it's trash. You're really falling behind here. Anthony, what did you think of Jimmy versus Jay?
Yeah, I thought this match really sucked. Yeah, really. It was 10 times twice as garbage as Matt and Jeff Hardy was back in the day.
Yeah. I agree.
Go on.
Nothing can come close. Well,
brother versus brother matches, they're not it, bro. Unless they're both named Hart, it doesn't work.
It feels like they're doing a WrestleMania vignette hyping on a match, and they're on the world standard at such things. Well, they did start the match high, hitting a dive on his own twin brother during the latter's ring entrance. And on the record prediction in this match, that Jimmy wins and the cross-brand feud continues to SummerSlam. So just because Jimmy needs this win about 9,000 times more than Jay does,
Jimmy ain't winning shit, bro.
Anything.
Anthony, are you reading somebody else's opinion on this?
Yeah,
you can't cheat during the review, Anthony.
But
I'm not gambling.
In no world was Jimmy going to win this match, and anyone trying to say that he should have, I think needs a lot of help in every way possible. Because Jimmy winning would be the dumbest fucking shit. Like, Jimmy's a loser. That's just who he is. He doesn't need to win because he's a loser. That's what he excels at.
He is the Marty Jannetty of this non-existent tag team, unfortunately.
And like one day they'll reunite and it'll be cool. It'll be fun.
But it'll ruin Jay's career.
Yeah. Jay has a career.
Anybody.
Now, based on the video that I just posted, I almost I feel like it's right. Like they're making fun of it for being an AEW type match. If AEW had done a match where two guys had super kicked each other for about 10 minutes in a row,
It would get torn to shreds.
It would get torn to shreds. I mean, I guess it kind of is getting torn to shreds because we're seeing people say it. But I feel like
nobody's defending the match.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was boring, and like no one bought into the fake apology from Jimmy. People booed Jay for even accepting it because it made him look stupid. It just wasn't. It wasn't a good match, and that's okay. Sorry, Jay. I know you're probably watching. I'm sorry. You deserve better.
Jay's in the comments.
Jay, you deserve better. Jimmy, you're lucky you got a match at all, bro. Be grateful you have a job.
That's literally his last.
Stop driving, Jimmy. Okay, you shouldn't drive. Just have someone else drive for you. You're bad at it. But
Jimmy got a main event Mania match last year. That's crazy.
That is crazy, bro. Last year we had a tag match where 3 guys deserved to be there and 1 guy was there.
And then got a one-on-one this year.
All the time.
Crazy.
Crazy. You know, hot take. Usos aren't that good individually. Jay's great, but Jimmy weighs him down heavily, and Solo's okay. I don't think that averages out well.
Yeah, Solo, I don't see the hype. I think he got
a monster push for 10 seconds, and people were like, "Oh shit!" And it's like he's just some dude.
He's in the right place, right time.
He's the most just some dude there's ever been.
Yeah, most generic Theory.
Oh my god! Don't even talk Theory. Forget about it. I think Theory is the most generic looking dude. He's a creative wrestler from scratch. You don't put any detail on him.
A creative wrestler.
Wasted.
Bro, looks like he would be an extra background fratty douchebag in a comedy movie. He wouldn't even be the main frat douchebag. He'd be the guy who laughs at the main frat douchebag's jokes.
Okay.
That's how much of a side character this guy is.
We got a hot take from the comments. That was the best match of the night. You guys don't know what you're talking about. Okay. I like this guy.
We got a super kick fan over here.
Jeez, he's paying $5
to chat that in. That's crazy.
All right.
That's crazy. The rest of you don't have to pay. He just decided to pay. We didn't make him do that. But, you know, it is what it is. What was after this? Do we have to
wait a minute. I'm just going to post this real quick.
Absolutely.
I got to go back and forth, so it's rough.
I just don't understand how Jimmy and Jay Uso can have over 50 minutes of wrestling experience just to produce that cheap super kick mania.
Damn. Rough.
And this is her reaction.
That is her reaction.
We got a real comment in the chat.
Okay.
Let's go Bailey tonight.
Let's go Bailey. We're with
you, but we're with you. Let's go Bailey.
I'm with you because I don't even really.
Io's not doing anything with the title.
Io's reign ain't it.
Yeah, no, that's not it. Fuck it. Give it to Bailey. Let's have a consistent push for Bailey.
Yeah,
let's go.
Let's go to WrestleMania 41. Bailey versus Rhea reunified. Let's go.
Do you think Bailey will be champion in a year? Be realistic, bro. She'll be champion for like 2 months.
Get it.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But let's go, Bailey. Give her a big entrance. Let her have her moment.
Where's Paramore? Paramore's coming out tonight.
Yo, Paramore. If Paramore doesn't come out, we're protesting. No more Paramore. Cancel Paramore.
They're done.
You can't show up, bro. I don't even care. You're on tour. Cancel that fucking tour, bro.
Cancel that tour. She's already run out of fucking bandmates to sleep with. They're out of here. Oh, real. Vincent says, real comment. I'm paying your guy's bill by comment. Okay.
That's true. We appreciate the $10 you spent on this comment. That's crazy.
All right.
We don't charge people for comments. I don't even know how you're paying for these.
You keep sending in money. Bailey needs to win her first title at WrestleMania. Wait, she's never been the women's champion?
No, she's walked in as champion. She's never won a title there.
Champion.
How many times has she been champion, Anthony?
Multiple.
All right, but he knows the number.
Yeah, I think a few times.
At least
she held that title for like a year.
A year? She held the title for a year?
Yeah, over a year, yeah.
Was Triple H in charge?
No.
Pandemic.
Vince just forgot about her, and he was like, yeah, sure.
No, because she did so good during the pandemic that they kept the title on her for a long time. until she lost it to Sasha, like in a Hell in a Cell match.
I see.
That was actually good.
Injured.
That's why when people say Bailey deserves better, I'm like, yo, Bailey was treated fantastically. What are you talking about?
He says, I'm not even on the podcast, and I'm bringing views.
Jeez, he's got a point.
He's got a
When he started
point.
talking,
Yo,
he
let's
got
contact him and see if he wants to be on another episode
Dude,
in
if
the
he's-
future. We're doing a night 2 recap. If you're in Philly,
you're available.
come hang out with us. You know, we're filming right now. We're right outside the stadium.
Dude,
Stadium's right out there.
if you have time right
She
now,
held
you
the
could enter
SmackDown
this room.
Women's Championship for 380 days.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
long time.
Jesus.
Over a
Told
year.
ya.
Okay, Chris.
Told you,
long,
man.
long title reign for Bailey.
What was after the Jimmy and Jay nonsense? Sorry, I'm the one with the list. Was it Gunther?
No, it was the woman. It was the
Oh
6
yeah,
women's
you're
tag.
right. You're
Six
right.
women's match.
Okay.
Yes.
So we had a six pack or a 6 women's tag. It was Bianca Belair, Naomi, star of the match Jade Cargill versus Damage Control. Damage Control had a nice entrance. A lot of I don't know how to properly describe it, but a lot of Oscar style face masks. A lot of fans. Very very cool entrance. And then Jade, Bianca, and Naomi came out unified. One music hitting after the other, blending seamlessly into each other, up on top of a giant pedestal. Very nice, very cool presentation, great entrance. The match was fine. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. It was there, but it was there for one reason and one reason only, to make Jade look like a star. And that's what it did. No offense, people in the crowd didn't really, the crowd didn't care for a lot at points, but they didn't care until Jade tagged in. Then
That's
the
all
crowd
anybody
went
wanted to
wild.
see.
And that's what it was there for.
But I don't know if it was we want to see her because she's so good, or we want to see what she can do because we're excited to see her new stuff. I think once people realized that we were just going to get the same old thing, it was just okay. I don't think anyone was super hyped to see her same John
I don't
Cena
think
moves.
anyone had high expectations. I think they just want
did think
them
she
to
was gonna whip out.
present. They want the same Jade Cargill, just presented as this larger than life star, which is what we're getting. And I think that's where the bar is. No one's expecting her to wrestle as good as the other girls in this match do. We just expect her to keep up and not fuck things up. And so far, so good. You know, Anthony, what do you think? I mean, basically, did you think Jade looked good? Or because otherwise, there's not much to say on this match.
She looked fine, not terrible or anything. I think
But
the only
did you think she looked like a
difference-
star?
Yes, I mean, yes,
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Like you said, you can't go wrong with the way how she presents it. Presents herself on screen.
She presents herself great. She presents herself like a star. I think everybody should present themselves that way.
People
In
can
WWE and in
eventually get over
AEW.
it.
Oscar's 0-6 at
Get
WrestleMania. We
behind.
try not to think about it. It's a depressing fact. We gotta pretend it doesn't exist and just don't get caught up on it.
Is she? Didn't she?
Nope,
she
never
lost
won.
her.
Never won.
She lost her undefeated streak
To Charlotte at their first WrestleMania.
which was a weird move. It's like
It was a weird
give her
move.
like another year.
Yeah, she was undefeated on the main roster for like 4 months. Like, bro, just
Yeah, which surprised me.
That was a Vince move.
anybody.
That was a
yes.
Vince move.
very bad.
That was
decision.
more of a Vince move.
Absolutely, but
Clusterfuck.
we can move on.
Oh shit, we're just moving straight. Oh wait,
Bro, we gotta leave for WrestleMania soon.
in 30 minutes.
Yeah, so
we got
gotta-
time, baby. We got time.
I don't think you know how time works, my guy, because
We
it,
got time. I
it's
forgot where
going
we were
by
going.
fast.
WrestleMania, to be honest.
Cargill looked great too. He's saying the same thing.
She looks like
Oscar
she's
is now
she's having a lot of
6 at WrestleMania.
thanks.
depressing.
All
So
right.
what was after this?
After this
There was
was
the Intercontinental title match.
Our Anthony's favorite match of the night.
Yeah, which we already
Gunther-
said was fantastic.
Yeah,
I
it
feel
was
like
the
we
main
don't got to
event.
spend a crazy amount of time on it because that's how we opened the show. But Sammy had a very special entrance.
Not that.
You know,
Got Sammy.
hell yeah, tearing the house down. Sammy was backstage. He said hi to his wife and his kid, and he was like, "Hey guys, hey, I love you, baby." And then he turned to his kid and he's like, "We're having dinosaur chicken nuggets for dinner. Is that cool with you?" And then he walks.
I don't remember that.
They do this cool one shot. Well, you couldn't hear the audio because we're in the audience, but it was cool one shot of him walking up the entranceway and to the gorilla position where he saw his good buddy Kevin Owens, who just gave him a hug and hyped him up. And then from there on out, it was just an emotional high point. The match never came down from that emotional level. And they just had match of the night, killed it, back and forth. Gunther beating the shit out of Sammy. Sammy refusing to stay down. Gunther would hit him with multiple power bombs. Sammy would kick out. It was just a non-stop assault until Sammy finally made his comeback, hit a brainbuster on the turnbuckle, and then hit several haluva kicks for the win. Can I say haluva kick is one of my favorite finishers?
Isn't it a hell of a kick?
No, it's haluva kick, and it's the play on words that's spelled out like hell of a kick. And just you say that fast enough times, it starts to sound like haluva kick.
I will say the ending of the match was a little weird because Gunther doesn't ever go to the. I mean, as far as I remember.
No, he does that ugly splash. He does that all the time.
But him going for him going for a second one was a little strange.
Well, the whole point is that everything he was doing was overkill because he beat down Sammy so much to the point where he probably could have won the match, but because he kept looking over to his wife and kid, and was like, "I need you to cry the same way Chad's child cried." He would just go up again and just go for the overkill, and that allowed Sammy to make the comeback. But this match was great. Like we said in the beginning, this was our match of the night. So anything else before we move on?
I guess what do we see happening with Gunther post Mania now?
Wins the World Heavyweight title from Seth, Drew, Damian Priest, whoever. It doesn't matter. He's going to win it sometime. Bash of Berlin's coming up. He's challenging for that title.
Does it spoil Drew versus Seth if Gunther is going for the World Heavyweight Championship?
It doesn't, because we're assuming. We have no reason to actually believe that. We're just assuming.
Well, if Gunther is going for the heavyweight title, he's not going to go against Drew. There's no reason they can't do that. Then you just have two heels against each other?
Who cares? They just had that Elimination Chamber with Rhea versus Nia, and it worked perfectly.
Yeah, but that's a throwaway.
That main evented the show.
But also, Gunther would have to win, is my point.
Yeah.
But you don't want to give to Drew and have Gunther win the title right away.
Look,
that's not going to happen. Show.
We don't know what's going to happen. We're making assumptions here, but who the fuck knows?
I mean, the other option is Cody wins the title tonight, and then Gunther takes it from him soon. But again, that goes back to my other point. If Drew wins it right away, you don't want Gunther to win it right away. So I would say Seth keeps his title, and then Gunther is the one that defeats him.
Yeah, you could easily do that too. That's not a problem. That's the thing. There are options.
You heard it here first, people. Seth is keeping his title tonight. But then what do you do with Drew? Is Drew going to AEW? That's a whole other conversation.
Okay, you're looking like I know you're trying to do a look to the camera thing, but you're looking at the TV. The camera's over there. All right.
That's you, dude. You listening?
I'm talking to you guys.
There's 9 of you out there. I don't know who you are. 7 of you might be OnlyFans bots from Twitter.
But we love
okay.
Most of you equally.
We love you. I know you're in there, Chris. You know what's fucked up? We got 8 people on the way to this house. None of them are watching this review right now.
Super fucked up, bro. You can't drive and watch a podcast at the same time.
I know for a fact James is not driving.
It's not driving.
Word on the street is
never driven a day in his life.
Hey!
Oh my god! Hurry up! We got.
Would you get stuck in the parking lot again?
I
Ubered.
Uber.
Here, you could take my mic. There. Actually, yeah, they can hear you. Go ahead.
Hello.
There you are.
So let me give everyone an introduction. This is Jimmy Two Forks. He's usually on the pod, but just in case you've never seen him before, he owns this house. He was kind enough to let us stay here.
Yep.
With him. The stadium's right outside, as we said. If I pull back that curtain, you can probably see hundreds of fans behind us. And he was at everything. Everything that's happened, he was there. He was at House of Glory, GCW, Ring of Honor, WWE World. No, it's not.
Just
it's
World.
Not the World Trade Center. One World Trade Center is what you're thinking.
Your brain. Yeah, you're totally.
Yeah, but You were there for everything. You have floor seats, unlike us who were sitting in normal seats, I would say.
I mean, didn't we get bullied on YouTube for where our seats, where your seats were? For
They did bully us for where my seats were. Yes,
that's true. We get bullied also for how much Eric looks like Harry Potter, so that's fine. But he looks like Harry Potter if he did drugs, which is cool. That's a style. That's an aesthetic. Trust me, I work in the fashion industry. But we're pretty much up to the main event now.
Oh boy!
But if you want to give us a recap of what your favorite match was, Rhea versus Becky,
the ladder match,
Jimmy versus Jay, the ladder match.
Just do it quick because we gotta leave for Wrestlemania.
No, seriously.
We have 45 minutes.
No, we got way less.
I mean, just the pre-show. It's just the pre-show.
Wait, what time? It starts
Pre-show starts at 5. Pre-show starts at 5.
Oh,
I mean, that was yesterday too, though.
There was a pre-show yesterday?
Yeah, but they don't do anything. Like,
Yeah.
it's literally just them talking
No,
for 2
but
hours.
we got. I just want to not get in there at the last
Music
minute. I want to be able to
stuff,
sit for a few minutes before the show starts.
Yeah, he was nervous about that yesterday.
Yeah, I get
I
that.
saw it in his walk.
That's everything.
Oh no,
wrong with
100%.
it.
No, but that's because I'm not trying to bring up the other company, but I got to fucking Dynamite Grand Slam at 7:15. Parked the car, had to walk all the way around
Oh
City
my god,
Field,
yeah.
and missed the first 10 minutes of the show, even though I got there 45 minutes before the show started. So yeah, I was a little bit worried.
Why?
But we were good.
Why?
Apparently that's what I look like.
A little bit. If you dodge your
You
headphones,
are
that's what you look like.
Watching the
But
show. Right?
James, just if you can quickly give us your thoughts on everything at the show before the main event.
I thought night one was very strong from the jump. I know some people were kind of ragging on Becky, but I thought that match was excellent. And
Did you hear me ragging on her?
Yeah, who the fuck was ragging on Becky?
No, you? No, I didn't hear you doing it. But like I saw some people because they kept highlighting the fact that on commentary they were talking about the fact that she was sick. She apparently had like strep throat and
Yeah,
102 fever. And I didn't notice any of that. I thought she was fantastic.
Yeah, the match was great. I feel like we have the worst algorithms where nobody was saying anything negative. That match was universally like the second best match on the show, in our opinion. But anyway, carry on.
I agree. I very much enjoyed that match. I thought they started Mania just right. The ladder match was great. If you're not going to have Pretty Deadly in the match, I thought that was a fun way of incorporating them into the story.
Okay.
I think the right people won more or less. Jesus. I thought the right people won more or less. I thought Grayson and Theory winning made sense for SmackDown. And I'm not upset that Awesome Truth won. It's Truth's first WrestleMania win ever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm happy he got his moment. He got super over this year, and the fact that Miz got in on that is whatever, but Truth deserved the win.
Yeah.
I mean, I was rooting for DIY, but to be the only person cheering in an audience is just awkward, you know?
Yeah.
Nobody was going to be happy.
Hey, they got a louder pop than New Catch Republic.
Yeah, and that match was brutal too. Like, people were going through with everything. We got a mini TLC match with that.
Yeah.
The ladder spots were great. The table spots were fun. Finn Balor kept getting like these nasty little spots. He just kept getting dropped on those ladders, but it was good. I missed most, if not all, of the Mysterio match.
Same.
Yeah,
I literally the whole thing. I did not see one bit of that.
Yeah, the only thing I was upset that I missed was seeing. I missed seeing Jason Kelsey.
We're pretty sure it was actually just Kevin Owens.
Fair enough. What was the other one? What came right after? That was the Uso match.
Hot garbage.
It was great for the entrance, and it was great. I came back and I caught the very end of it, and I think that's all I needed. With Jay having Jimmy down, Jimmy going for the "Come on, bro, we're brothers, don't hit me," and then he tries hitting him, and then Jay gets the win. That's literally all I saw of the match.
That was the worst part of the match. Man.
Really?
Yeah, because it was dumb.
Was it a good match?
No, it was terrible.
Okay, well,
all they did was throw super kicks at each other.
Yeah.
Shit that WWE audiences don't like, and I hope they stick to their guns about that. But it was just literally the weakest super kicks nonstop. And I'm not even exaggerating. 90% of the offense in that match were super kicks.
I was shocked that Jay won.
Why?
Because Jay doesn't need it.
Jimmy doesn't need anything.
No,
That's what I said.
but
Jimmy doesn't even need a job.
It's okay. I mean, they can kind of hear me. I sound like shit, but I was saying
In general, or
I was saying that yesterday. Jay doesn't really need it. Jimmy's kind of gonna fall off a cliff if he doesn't play his cards right.
Yeah.
And maybe, but then again,
Jimmy is a lackey.
the casual fans are watching. You want to establish Jay as like a star, so I get him.
Yeah.
I
do too. I do too. If you have plans for Jay moving forward, but there's a reason Matt Hardy beat Jeff Hardy. There's a reason Owen Hart beat Bret Hart.
Benefiting Hardy.
This match has more in common with Matt vs. Jeff and the fact that it was disappointing and kind of sucked.
Yeah.
But, it is what it is. But to move on, what do you think of the 6-woman tag? Just basically, did Jade look like a star, yes or no?
Absolutely. She looked like a star. They built the match around her. They protected her very well. Her entrance, the entrance was great. The match itself was fine enough. Naomi should be happy to have been in that match. I love Naomi, but wow, that was about Jade and to a lesser extent Bianca.
The idea of them fighting each other down the line. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited for that eventual match. That's going to be a match next year at Mania. Maybe they're smart enough to hold off.
Yeah, but I want Bianca Rhea finally at Mania.
That's true too.
So we'll see.
Maybe a SummerSlam match.
It's great that there are options.
Exactly.
That's very cool.
Exactly.
But, Sammy versus Gunther. We said it was match of the night over here on our camp.
I loved it a lot. I loved it a lot. I legit was cheering for Gable the entire match.
Understandable. Hey, we were there how many weeks before we're like, this should be Gable, but it was hard not to get caught up in the emotion of that. I think it did such a good job that it's like Gable was an afterthought here, not in a bad way, just they did such a good job with Sammy. It's like, this is why we love Sammy.
No, absolutely.
We kind of got swept up in it. We're like, oh, Sammy's gonna fucking win this, and that's fine.
And if there is a baby face that could just blindly gain support, it is Sami Zayn. He did it. The match was fun, and for me, being a longtime Sami Zayn fan before he was even in WWE, seeing him hit that top rope brainbuster it brought me right back to the Hammerstein Ballroom when El Generico would be hitting it. So I love that. It was fun, and I bought the win. It wasn't just like, wow, they gave Sammy a win. Poor Gunther. Like, no, Gunther looked like a beast.
Yeah.
It took 2 haluva kicks. It
was his own, 3 and a brainbuster on the turnbuckle.
Yeah.
And it was his own undoing it for just continuing to beat him down. We probably could have ended the match sooner.
Yep.
So, good stuff. But now, we got to talk about the main event. And we don't have a lot of time because, we got to leave soon. But it was Seth Rollins and Codith Rhodes versus Roman Reigns and this other guy who's, I've never seen him before, but he was pretty jacked. He goes by the name Dwayne.
Well, we've seen that
and it was an all shenanigans affair as The Rock and Roman Reigns defeated Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes, pinning Cody Rhodes, hopefully, in my opinion, setting up a SummerSlam match between The Rock and Cody Rhodes for the newly won title that Cody Rhodes has. But this match was all full of shenanigans. I turned to Eric and I was like, this crowd is fucking dead right now. It's kind of sad because they were doing a stare down and then you could hear fucking small talk amongst the crowd.
They were trying to, I said it before, but they were trying to do a Hogan Rock stare down epic moment, and it just looked like 4 guys just chilling in the ring based on the 0 reaction that they were getting.
It looked great. It didn't sound great. It looked amazing.
Can you imagine if WrestleMania 18 had that? Rock and Hogan are doing that, but it's just dead silent.
Right. Yeah, that's what we felt there. That's what we felt in the moment. But this match, started a little slow, as all the matches do, but then it kept picking up. The shenanigans kept ensuing. They were brawling all around the arena. But it's hard. We don't like to recap full, except for we don't like to recap full, like, move by move sort of thing. That's not our role. We're more color guys. But this was a lot of fun. Anthony, what did you think of this match?
I think this match is just it was great. I like the fact that Rock pinned Cody.
You like that?
Yeah, I agree.
It kind of sets up the stipulation for the night 2 main event of WrestleMania, Roman versus Cody, where everybody can interfere. You have all these crazy shenanigans. You have weapons and all of it. None of it really matters. You just gotta have fun with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to have fun with it. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with this main event tonight.
I will mention the people got really invested in the match when Roman speared The Rock.
Yeah. Oh,
That's when,
how great
that's
was
when
that
all hell
cell?
broke loose.
And I would say every time that Cody and Rock interacted, because that's not the main event we're getting tonight, but that's the match everyone wants to see.
My section got excited when Roman and Seth started. You know, there was a little pop at seeing like the Shield guys going at it, the two world champions going at it, but then it got quiet really quickly. And then it wasn't, I'd agree. It was Rock Cody that really got people going.
Yeah.
The outside stuff was so clearly designed to protect Rock.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like they needed to throw some bells and whistles on it just because I guess they were afraid of what he could actually do.
Yeah, which is fair.
But you know what's interesting though? Like I've been reading online, a lot of people at home really enjoyed the match most of the way through. I think it's mostly the people in the audience who aren't loving it all the way through.
Well, I gotta think part of it had to do with us being cold and tired at that point. Like if it was warmer, I think our energy would have stayed a little higher. But you know, it wasn't a long show. It went by fast. Nothing was offensive. So it's not like we were super checked out. But it's just the weather. It kept getting colder. It's a little harder. To, we were sitting on our hands instead of clapping. We're sitting on our hands. But it was still fun. I think a lot of once Cody and Seth started doing like frequent tags and hitting combo moves and doing all this fun stuff, like it was always entertaining. It just something in the air was off, and that's fine. That's unfortunate. Fuck you, Philly. Sorry, I know you live here, but like, not to be disrespectful in your house.
It's okay. I claim you.
Okay, good. But well, I guess this is like your vacation home, I guess. But it just didn't have that magic to it, but it still was there. Nothing they did was bad. Everything that was really good. It's just the environment wasn't the best, and that's it. That's our main gripe. That's everyone's main gripe.
Absolutely,
is the crowd. And I get it. I'm not defending our crowd, but I'm glad the right outcome happened here, so the right outcome can happen tonight. I was all for the shenanigans. I think they did a great job, and I think we're gonna get a payoff to Rock threatening the referee's job, where the referee's gonna be like, you know what, fuck you, I don't care. I'm counting this anyway.
Yeah.
And that's going to be either great near fall or part of the finish. I can't wait for all the shenanigans tonight. So I guess I'm sorry we're trying to wrap up. We got to go soon, but just let's all go around
night. But if you, like you said, Eric, I think they have to know what the fans are saying. I think they have to know what the fans are expecting. And that's not their fault. They haven't booked it in it. They haven't made us think in any way to expect Cena. They haven't foreshadowed it. They haven't teased it. So it's on us, but they have to have heard it and be smart enough to take that into consideration.
Do they bang out both of them in the main event, or do we just get Cena earlier in the night? Maybe a surprise match or something like that? Instead of him, because I get he's in the Roman feud, but I feel like to like a casual audience, it's like, oh, Austin's there to fuck over The Rock. As opposed to Cena coming in. Oh, well, no, you mentioned it. Actually, you're right. Cena and Rock do have a history too. Yeah. So
I don't know. The one thing that's sort of like putting an ick to my yum right now is that I heard that Cena can't really do anything physical because he's got Peacemaker coming up.
What is that?
Peacemaker season 2 hasn't started filming yet. It's going to start filming soon.
Yeah, but this dude. It's literally started filming after it's over.
I guess that's true. I don't know. I'm concerned on that regard, but hey, I mean, just because he can't really do anything physical doesn't mean he can't throw a punch, Like he's not taking a bump.
Scott Hall took a back body drop at WrestleMania 31. Cena can take a fucking a punch, or you can just get Samoan spiked and then be down for the rest of it. That's fine.
No, I don't want that. Solo doesn't deserve that again.
He doesn't, but this is Cena's fault.
Man.
But I think we're gonna have a lot of fun tonight. We'll see. Do you guys want anything else to say before we go? Anthony, anything else to say before we head out?
Well, I do think that, to me, I'm excited about what's to come for tonight.
Fair.
Very cool.
We have 6 matches going on here.
What are you most excited for tonight?
I'm excited for Drew. I'm actually excited for the main event.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Roman versus Cody.
Well, just really quick, because James wasn't here before, but I feel like it's a cool discussion. We did mention how Gunther lost yesterday, which could mean that he is inevitably going for one of the main titles. We assumed that it would be.
I wonder if this audio is really bad.
No, it's not. No, it mixes it well, I think. It's confusing. It almost does a better job at confusing us for the night, because either Seth could beat Drew, and then Gunther just goes for Cody's title. But I was saying I think it's too soon for Gunther to. I mean, I think it would be too soon for Cody to obviously lose so quickly. So I think it would have to be for somebody who has a title for a long time, which would be Seth, which would mean that Drew would lose tonight, which is unexpected in my opinion.
So my follow-up question is, who's the priority? A returning healthy CM Punk or a hungry up-and-coming Gunther? I would prioritize Punk.
Yeah.
But does the Punk and Drew match need the title?
Yes, I think so.
I don't think so. I feel like that could be a number one contenders match, and then Punk gets the win and goes against Gunther, and Gunther beats him, and it solidifies his reign.
I just don't think we live in a world where we wait that long for Punk to win the title, and I don't think we live in a reality where Punk doesn't win the secondary title.
That's fair.
The main title, yeah, I don't think he's ever getting near Cody's title, but the secondary title, yeah, I think that's gonna happen.
I think those are the only reasons that title might stick around. Yeah. Even though I already said I think Rock's gonna beat Seth for his title in Saudi Arabia and unify with Cody at SummerSlam.
Yeah. Before we go, even better, what did we think of the Rock's new title?
I thought it was dumb as fuck. That's some AEW type shit.
But you know who gave it to him, though, right? It was Muhammad Ali's widow.
Yeah, cool.
I was making fun of Anthony before. Lonnie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lonnie
Ali. I said, what the fuck are you talking about?
It doesn't matter.
Maybe
Rock asked permission from Muhammad Ali's family if he could use the People's Champion gimmick.
Yeah, I remember this story.
And so at the Hall of Fame, she presented it to The Rock.
Yeah, cool. I like the idea of him coming out with the bloody weight belt more than a fake title. You know, sorry. You know, that's just some double standard, knocks against AEW type of shit. But we're not going to get into that. Doesn't matter. We're not talking about AEW here. We'll wait till Wednesday to see that footage, and then we'll talk about AEW. But this show is going to be great. I think we're going to be back reviewing it.
Giveaway tonight. Yeah,
we'll hear a lot more from James. He's going to have some fun giveaways for everyone, so please check it out. We're going to have some autographs from two guys that were in this main event, and from Bronson Reed. So
hey, Andre the Giant Battle Royal Memorial winner.
Sure, I believe you. Isn't that the Slim Jim Battle Royal?
LA Knight would have won.
Okay, gotcha. Snap into a Slim Jim, I guess. No, keep it yourself, Eric. We're going home.
All right, everybody.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, stick around. We'll give you more details about the giveaway. Check our social medias. We'll be posting. We'll be ghosting people who write messages to us. But thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys in a few hours, honestly. Everyone enjoy WrestleMania.
All right.
Don't drink and drive. Talking to you, Jimmy. And be nice to animals.
And stay warm.
Yeah, stay warm. We were promised Jetpack said it best. Keep warm.
I may or may not have drank and drive yesterday.
Oh, boy. Oh.